about. And in this documentary, I'm going to prove that. And I'm going to prove to y'all as well that BD and that GD war stuff y'all talking about, they need to stop it like that, because they made it into a competition blood sport. If you look, there's more people died over words than anything. So they turned drill into something else.
Right. Two people getting into it can't speak for everybody in the whole world and the whole cruise and shit, right?
You can't.
Right.
Because the honest God truth is, if everybody really look at the situation from when it first started, all these major guys was all in the same room together.
Right.
And I'm approving the documentary. All them same guys, all these big names that's the big voices in Chicago, at one time sat in the room together.
Right. That's crazy. You know why we kind of own that right there about culture and stuff like that. You know, it's a guy who's not in the drill culture, but like overnight he jumped in it by the name of Charleston White. He going viral on the internet. You know, he kind of pulled the gun out on the interview with DJ U. He was very disrespectful to his duck mama. Bangs out his neck, the B word, the H word, all kind of shit. How do you feel about that?
Playing. He playing. Yeah, I'm playing. He playing dangerous. Nigga, I don't give a damn about playing dangerous. They pay for this kind of shit. And guess what? I call it hazardous pay. It's a whole lot of niggas driving a forklift.
That rub you the wrong way when you seen that?
Well, I look at Charleston White like that.
Cause you know Duck.
Yeah, man. Duck is mama.
Right.
That's another thing about the documentary. I'm gonna bring a lady on a documentary by the name of Boosie.
Okay.
Boosie was like everybody mama. From Duck, Cash, Billionaire. All of them. When I say Boosie and I bring Boosie to the documentary, man, everything I'm gonna bring you gonna be facts, man.
Right.
I ain't bringing you nothing, so she gonna be able to tell y'all what kind of kids that these kids really were.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Before all this internet and all this other BS.
Right.
And I'm gonna say this to Charleston about Charleston White, and then I'm gonna keep moving. Charleston White, man. Charleston White is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He like a gift and a curse. The gifted part about him is, one thing that he factually say is this: he ain't never shot or killed no black man. Gangs have, which they have. It's a chosen fact, you know, because gangs didn't start off as gangs; they started off as organizations. So he only could speak to the part that strayed off the wrong way. But the best thing and the only way you get rid of Charleston White, you play him like what he is. Charleston White is actually a prostitute, man. He a prostitute. He the worst enemy for us. Coming up off the back of our people, off the blood of our people. So he might say something that's good for us not killing and destroying each other, but he don't have no respect for our women. He don't have no respect for other men because he wouldn't say what he said. He wouldn't carry on like he carry on. And right now he winning because he got a voice in this new culture to that everybody is gravitating to what he said because he's saying something silly. And us, as a culture, we take everything as a joke. But I don't take it as a joke what he say. Because his disrespect is not tolerated. Not just for the city of Chicago. That's any city that's going on. See, he want to tell kids and tell people what not to do. But he don't want to respect the boundaries of what's off limits. Mothers is off limits. Kids is off limits. We just sit them on the camera disrespect people's mamas. We just sit them on the camera disrespect people's kids. Regardless if they was their kids or not. You don't disrespect nobody's kids. And then the key thing with Charleston White, How could you fight Charleston White if you're not gonna be like Charleston White? I can't fight with Charleston White. I can't signify with him. I can't play with him. I can't do none of that. Because I'm not gonna do what Charleston White gonna do. I'm not gonna call no police on nobody. I'm not finna be on here talking about, nigga, I'll send you to jail. I'm not finna tell no another man to suck my private. Because that, to me, those are the lowest of the lowest. So if you got any sense, man, get Charleston White to play, man. Charleston White gonna play out. Stop feeding it to his negative energy. He'll go away. We make him relevant when we feed back it to him. Let him talk, man. Because that's all he is, all talk.
Yeah, I can totally get that. Opinion on the FBJ main situation. He released a video and said that, he was doing this to bring awareness, because a lot of kids was being killed. And a lot of drama was going on in Chicago. But he said that he wasn't signed to OTF, and he admitted this was a joke. But you know some of these guys. Did you find that funny?
No, I know him. It's like
so you do know Jimmy.
Yeah, I know him like he know me. J Main is a prime example of what I'm talking about when I talk about vloggers. See, some people run out of content. You run out of content with these lies and see what I tell people, like, I don't address people. I don't have to say nothing or argue with nobody. I just fall back and wait. After so long, man, you'll catch them with the makeup off their face. The makeup off his face. Wasn't nothing else he could do. He ran out of content. Everybody that got killed from behind all the garbage that they put out and that they say in the games they play. So now it done died down. Ain't nobody here. Now you got to come up with shenanigans. That's a whole shenanigan, man, because at the same time, where do loyalty lie? Nobody has loyalty no more. Nobody has shared values no more. Everybody's just doing whatever they can. It's a frenzy. I got to get some money. I'm chasing it. And that's what they doing. They chasing it. So for me to say something to him about him, man, I ain't got nothing to say about him. I ain't gonna, that's a dead horse. I ain't beat no dead horse. He killed himself. And that's what any of them gonna do when it ain't right. Real gonna stand up. I don't care where you at.
I get you, man. The internet exploited that neighborhood, and exploited your neighborhood big time.
The internet been exploiting that neighborhood since the 70s and the 60s, man.
Oh, that far?
Yeah, man, come on. Hey, it's not an organization that's in this world or in these cities that ain't been touched by some form of fashion of being taught. People like David Barksdale, Larry Hoover, Jeff Ford. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Willie Lord.
Them leaders, right?
Yeah, them real leaders. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man, we got somebody so cold in this city named Benny Lee.
Legendary Benny Lee.
That can sit you down.
I want to tell you a story before you finish. You just said Benny Lee.
Yeah.
Do you know I was actually a victim in Chicago before? I was shot in my arm.
I didn't know that.
When I was 8 years old, and I used to live next door to Benny Lee.
Right.
And his nephew was shot and killed at the same time I was shot in the arm.
Right. I never knew that.
Yeah.
So you know about Benny Lee.
Yeah.
And you know where his head at.
Yeah.
And you know with this gang culture. Well, I ain't gonna say gang because that's so disrespectful.
Right.
This organizational culture.
Right.
These other people took it and made it a gang.
Right.
So you know how cold Benny Lee is.
Yeah.
So if you go to any walks of life, it's gonna bleed somewhere from Chicago.
Yeah.
It's gonna be somewhere where it's from Chicago in it, because it's the mecca of it. I don't care how you want to lie, how you want to play, how you want to carry. So saying that our neighborhood was exploited, it is. Look at our neighborhood.
Yeah.
I keep telling you, like, how is it that we got these people coming from out this neighborhood, getting this money, doing this and doing that? But if you go through our neighborhood, it's a food desert. It's broke people. It's poverty. It's destruction everywhere.
Oh, that was deep.
So how is it not being exploited? But here it is. You got this main block on there. You got a man that I work for. My job, Pastor Corey Brooks. Every chance they get, they throw a shot at him. But the man shut on the roof and raised $28 million to get to $37 million to build a community center to change the neighborhood, to put bankings in there, to put a bank in there, to put jobs in there, to put educational programs in there, to put. We got, man. It ain't too much of nothing we don't do.
Right.
You know, we got a ways you can be a returning citizen. We got jobs for that if you just came home. So yes, our neighborhood ain't been nothing but exploited.